Hello, I'm at GovFromHouse.com, and this is a 2020 Ride Burnout Snowboard, an all-mountain freestyle deck that excels in the park for intermediate to advanced level riders. As you see, this is a new shape for the 2020 season. It kind of has a throwback style overall shaping to it. The nose and the tail are slightly blunted off, and they definitely have a flat style shape past the upturn, which is cool, in a new kind of technology called linear twin side cut. Now I'll kind of get to that, but one thing that you should note right away about the Burnout is that it's a great jump board. If you like riding fast, you need stability at high speeds and lots of pop off the lips, you can ride this deck with no problems whatsoever, but you should probably be better than the average style park rider. This is a true twin board. The nose and the tail are the exact same shape, features a centered stance and a twin hybrid camber profile. So overall, the Burnout has a camber profile shape. As you see, it has a nice arc, and that's great for stability at high speeds, loads of ollie pop, but it also has just a slight rocker near those contact points to make it a little less catchy, which is cool. And that kind of helps with the linear twin side cut. The Burnout has one side cut radius, and most of that side cut is kind of connecting just outside those insert packs. Now there's about 4 inches before where the board starts to upkick that is actually flat and parallel to the opposite edge. What that does for the Burnout is that it allows you to track straight while your board is tilted without it diving into a carve, which is pretty great for anyone who's a jumper. It's not as catchy because of the twin hybrid camber rocker profile shape sections on those contact points, but if you do happen to get it on an edge, it's gonna drive straight and not hook you into a turn, which is really, really cool if you're a big jumper. The Burnout has a feel and flex rating 6, almost even into that 7 era, with a twin flex, and the nose and the tail, of course, will flex the same. Inside of this thing is a performance core. This is kind of where we dive into some pretty cool specs. The performance core actually has a combination of 3 woods: aspen, which is strong, polonial, which is extremely lightweight, and then bamboo, which has a little bit more energy to it. Ride combines that with a hybrid glass, which is biax on bottom, which is pliable, and triax on top, which has more energy, which works well with the Carbon Array 5. Now there's quite a bit of carbon in the Burnout, both in the sidewalls and kind of in overlaid style laminates of that wood core. Carbon Array 5 allows for 5 strands of carbon to radiate at a contact point on each shoulder and radiate across the board kind of through those insert packs. It doesn't really add a lot of weight, it doesn't add a lot of stiffness, but it does add quite a bit of energy to it. So you can input a lot of kind of feel into the deck and get a lot back, which is pretty cool. It's definitely not a soggy board, and it's ultra strong too because of the double impact plates underneath where the bindings rest, and they reduce breakage and wear in those kind of high crease areas. You also have the roll-in sidewall. The roll-in sidewall, again, offers additional strength without adding a lot of weight, and it works wonderful with the sidewalls. Now these sidewalls are slime walls, but the slime walls have carbon in them. There's carbon on the nose and the tail, which again give the board a little extra boost. If you need ollie pop, the Burnout is one of the decks within the ride line for the 2020 season, kind of outside the spectrum of other twin boards like the Helix, which can provide a lot of boost, which is really great. Now of course the deck's going to be ultra fast, and that's because it has this centered base here. Now Ride is really pushing the story of their stone ground bases for 2020, and I have to admit, they do a really good job at having deep structure, but you need to keep that structure clear of any debris and excess wax after you wax the decks. Now to combat edge breaking, Ride actually improved the edges with what they call the cleaved edge, which uses 50% more steel in a 360 wrap. Again, this is a really cool deck with brand new technology for the Burnout, with overall new shaping with a linear twin side cut. Again, this board can track straight even when there's a little bit of tilt without kind of diving into a turn. This is a great deck, lots of explosive energy. I love the camber. The overall shaping is very, very nice, and then of course the graphic is really sweet too. Make sure to check out this bad boy at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. This is the Ride Burnout for 2020. Subscribe to the channel there, check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the snow. Peace.